in the building, y'all.
Yes, we
Um,
do.
I'm loving this show, and this is my birthday show, so I'm really like in it to win it.
In
So
it to win
what
it.
I'm liking though, I got some of my favorites on here. Like this is a super funny guy, but he's so super real too though at the same time. And this is what I like about comedy. You get to express yourself in a real way. So we're gonna introduce this young man
Yes,
coming up. So it's a
without
pleasure to have him on.
such a pleasure. Without further ado, though, y'all, I know y'all been waiting and waiting. We have got actor, comedian Prince T.
In the
Dub in
building.
the
Let's give it up.
building.
Let's give
T.
it up.
Dub.
Appreciate it, appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
What's up,
Hey.
Holmes?
Thank you. How y'all feeling?
Oh man, we good. How you making out during this pandemic?
Oh man, I'm blessed, man. I can't complain, man. I'm blessed and I'm praying for everybody who's going through it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, we're going to get right to it. A lot of our viewers and listeners, when they heard that you were going to be on the show, they got really excited about it. They follow you on Instagram, as do we, and just want to take us way back. We know you got started out there in Chicago, but right around when you was like a teenager. But for those of them who don't
Yeah.
know you, take them far back. Catch them up
Yeah,
to
let them
date.
know who you are for real, for real.
Okay, man. So as y'all know, I'm comedian Prince T Dub. Take it back. How far you want me to take it all the way
Yeah,
back?
we
All
can't
the
go
way?
all the way back.
Go all
I
the
mean,
way
just,
back.
like basically, how did you even get started doing the comedy thing? Because we talking Chicago, and the temperature a little hot in Chicago. So how do you find comedy in that lane?
Well, man, comedy started for me at a very young age, man. You know, from going to family's house for dinners and get-togethers, man, and making them laugh, and going to school and making people laugh. And I had the opportunity to run into a producer here in Chicago that was coming out with a TV show. It didn't even come out already. He was talking about coming out with one, and he asked me to come down and audition for the show. So this back in 2000, maybe 10, maybe, and auditioned for the show and got the role. Was one of the starring roles on the show. I played a character named Chris. From there, I branched off and made my own show called All About Chris. Did 2 seasons of that, and then things kind of started slowing down because behind the scene, man, a lot of egos with the cast. So we broke up, and I started selling cars. Man, I opened up a car dealership in Chicago. So I started
Wow.
selling cars out there,
Now you said that
and
light
I
though, like
started,
that's you said that real easy, like that was something.
huh?
Yeah, don't you can't brush over that. Like you just opened up a car
That's a big
dealership. Like,
deal.
yeah, that's
Well,
big.
oh man, well, I was already in the auction, and I knew about the auction and going into the auction and buying cars at a wholesale price. So once I stopped doing the TV show, I just got into that full time.
I
You know
got
what
you.
I'm saying? So I started doing that, and I did this one video. Man, I was just playing because I had stopped entertainment. Period. I was making money selling. I was cool, and I did this one video. Called for the cat challenge. I don't know if I can cuss on here, but
Yes,
it's
you
called
can.
Yeah, you can.
okay.
Yeah, we keep it a
It, it
thousand,
was
man.
it was for the pussy challenge, and I did it, and Snoop Dogg ended up sharing it. So once
Yes.
Snoop Dogg shared it, it just started everything back over for me. And from there, man, I just didn't stop, and I was blessed to just do the Showtime special with Monique that just came out, Monique and Friends, and still able to make videos and make all the people laugh, man. So I'm blessed.
That's a win-win right there, man.
That's a win-win,
And
man.
so and so, where you are, how they handle it? Are you able to still do any shows virtually, or are you able to go into a local venue and do some small sets or whatever? Or how do you work your comedy?
Well, I'm back on tour now. We just started our tour on the 12th of this month. We kicked off in Memphis. We'll be in Chicago on the 28th of this month. Orlando, Florida, next
Yes.
month. Atlanta. So we back moving around. But as far as venues here, they did open back up, which is why we're doing 2 shows here. But the capacity, they're not letting as many people in now. So
I
that's
got
the
you.
difference.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
That's what's up, though.
That's what's up.
So, I,
So
Mhm.
go ahead.
go ahead. So with the tour, you say you're you got Memphis on the clock, and you've got your hometown Chicago. Is there like an expectation when you do things at home that everybody show up and show out any more different than when you're away?
Uh, well, you know what? They show love equally everywhere we go. But Chicago definitely is our stomping ground. So every time we come here, it's like the shows sell out before we can even mention it. Like
Yeah.
we haven't even really mentioned the Chicago show, and the first show sold out. So we got a second show.
Wow, 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 wow. Listen, one of the questions that came in from one of our viewers is from a young comic who's a teenager now and wants to know what advice do you have considering what's going on in the world now for someone who's a 16-year-old wanting to get in the comedy lane. What kind of advice can Prince T Dub provide?
Definitely to stay consistent. Consistency is the key. I'm actually coming out with an ebook, so I would tell them to, be on the lookout. And it's going to be completely free, and it's going to have a lot of tips on how I grew my following and how to create content and do different things. So that should be up within the next 2 weeks. So, man, just stay consistent, and if you're good at doing it, it'll be for you.
So what I do like is you have been consistent, and I do see that you do have a pretty big following. So that's what you're gonna be showing people how to kind of get in that lane and do. So off the beaten path a little bit. I always ask people to come on and show this. You got 1 hour.
Yeah.
You got 1 hour, right? You in a good mood.
Yeah.
You just closed the deal. You ready to go sign it. You got a 1 hour trip to go make it happen. What you listening to? You
Driving
can't
in the car.
Can't change that artist. Once you put that artist in there, it's the whole ride. That's it. 1 hour straight. Who is it?
I'm going off. I'm going with the Nipsey Hussle.
I
You
know
know,
that's
I'm a
right.
rap.
What? You can't never lose with my homie. You
Yes.
can't never lose
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
homie.
I'm gonna ride with my man Nipsey Hussle.
I know that's right.
That's one of the best choices you could ever made, as far as I'm concerned. I think I'll do that
Pretty
too.
much every time we're
I
in the
think-
car,
I
that's
think-
what I have to
I
listen
think-
to. Yes.
I'm 53 years old. I still bump Nip on a regular before that and after
Yeah.
that. Yeah, before and
No
after.
doubt.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
for sure. So yeah, I appreciate that. So anything else, wife? You
No, I have one more question from one of the viewers, and that is, ask him, when you're not doing comedy, what is one of your favorite things to do?
Cook with my kids. Me and I got 2 daughters and 3 sons. So when I cook with my daughters, they here now. Me and my son, we play the game. So just being with my family. I just love being with my family when I ain't on stage.
I love it.
I got a 2-part question based on a little bit of that. One part is, what's the best part during the pandemic, and then what's the worst part during the pandemic?
Great question.
That was a good question. The best part of the pandemic was it kind of forced the entrepreneur out of everybody.
That's
The
true.
funds was messed up, so you had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people figured it out and started businesses and and kind of elevated. You know what I'm saying? And you got to spend more time with family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was out. Everybody was on the go, no matter where it was at. But when them planes closed down and them planes weren't going out, you had to sit down. So, people got around their family. The worst part is that we lost a lot of people. A lot of
Yeah.
people lost their lives to it, and we still recovering from it. So that's the worst part of it.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
I do agree. Most people come on Spotlight over the city tell us that during this situation, they've been super creative and they found lanes that they may not have even found before this
Yeah.
situation. I found
Yeah.
that myself. So I'm gonna talk to you after the show about a situation. I got a movie a comedy that I'm writing, and that
Yeah.
was the announcement that I was gonna make in the next segment. I got a comedy movie that I'm writing, and
Come on now.
yeah, so Jeff Shelley is one of the people that's gonna star in the comedy. He's coming up next, the homie out of Houston.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get with you offset and we'll talk about that. But man, I'm super proud of how you moving.
We
I like
are.
your realness. So I see a lot of comics on online, and some are fun. I'm a street dude, so ex street.
Yeah.
So let me say ex.
Yeah.
So some of the comedy, you gotta be funny for me. Like it's certain punchlines and certain things that I ain't. So when you gotta be real too though. So,
Yeah.
So one thing I love about you though, bro, is you a real dude. Like when I hear you speaking on real topics, saying real shit. Like it ain't just like fluff, what I
Yeah.
call fluff.
Yeah.
So it's funny, but it's real. And so
Yeah.
I appreciate that a lot. How did you develop that into your comedy act? Like, cause a lot of times people shy away from some of the rawness of it because they be feeling like they're gonna offend people or whatever the case is, especially now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how do you walk that line?
Well, man, I just got the Bernie Mac attitude. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my favorite comedians, man, growing up. So, You know,
Yeah.
he didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever came to his mind, he said it. And I just take a lot of my real situations. A lot of my videos was real situations.
Yep.
And from Chicago, when I first started doing the videos, and people knew that they was real. So when I used to go certain places, they be like, man, I ain't gonna mess with you, man. I know you'll make a video on me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I would literally, because I went to the club one time, true story. I went to this club and the security didn't know who I was, man, but I guess they pet down for guns or whatever. So they had you go through metal detectors, then this person paid you down. You go through this door and they pay you down. I had to do a video about it the next day. And I did the video and I said, man, by the time I got in the club, y'all had rubbed all the cologne off of me. I ain't had no more. You know, but I did the video, man, and they seen it, man. So ever since I was going to that club after, like let them in. Don't even pat them down. Let them in. So that's the good thing about keeping it real, man.
And that's what, but I think that's what your audience gravitate to. Like, I know that's what got my attention when I checked you out. Like, that's what the audience, these days, it ain't, real ain't always real no more.
Yeah.
And so when you find real people, if you're real, I guess you gravitate to that. So I really appreciate you as a comic. And I'm looking forward to doing some other things with this comedy thing with you and Jeff and some other people, because you guys are young and you keep me young. So I like how y'all rocking. I love what y'all got going on, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
appreciate you.
As do I. Before we let you go, I wanted to let you participate really quickly on our question of the week. We have a young lady who's 28 years old. She's engaged to a man who's 30. And her mother, who's 53, her mother keeps hitting on her man.
But her mother fine with big titties and ass now. Just be clear on that
and
part.
she wrote to us and she's asking us for advice. What should she do? Because her mother keeps hitting on her man, and her man done bought her mama some lingerie. What the hell is going on?
and so, and what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Tita? How you gonna handle that situation? You going to your girl house. You trying to get with this girl. Her mother fine as hell, and she hitting on you, and she acting like she trying to get with you. And what you gonna do? You gonna tell her mother she got to fall back? You gonna tell the girl tell her mother, or you gonna let it rock?
You know what, man? That's a good question, man. That's a good question. And for me, I would look at what the mother's doing and probably see some of that in the door and be like, wait, hold on. You would probably do something like that too. You know what I'm saying? If you would sit up here and nah. So that would probably put me off from the door too. So I don't know. For me, I'll be like, man, I mean, I'll probably still, I don't know.
I see you. Hey, you on the fence. You on the fence. Hey, bro, I'm going to leave that right there. I'm going to leave that right there. Okay, it was just hypothetical. So anyway, yeah,
it's
I feel
you on that. It's a real question, though. It's a real situation.
Hey, I told my wife, it happened to me before when I was a young boy. I had a couple of dollars in my pocket, and the little bro was fine, and her mother was a little finer than her, to be honest with you, and was bad. And I almost got weak. Hey, T, almost got weak, bro. I didn't know what to do. I had to cut her off. But yeah, man, this real life situations, and we just like to have fun on Spotlight, man.
Yes,
we appreciate you participating.
We would love for you to pull up in the studio one day when things get better and you out here in the DMV. You are welcome here. You're part of the family. You stuck
I'm
with
gonna
us
get you
now.
out here. I'm gonna get you out here so we can rock.
Most definitely.
Let's do it. I'm down, man. Thank y'all for having me.
I want to come out the shop, man, but they busting off. They got to stop all this. They got SIGs and everything going on. They gotta calm down. How's the temperature out there? Are you still in Chicago now?
The temperature, like the weather out here?
No, I mean as far as the climate with the shooting, and because there's a lot of violence being perpetrated on the media. So is it calming down any? Because I really be hoping that they calm down out of Chicago. A lot of gunplay.
You know what, man? I can't say they calming down, but I can say it is some safe places out here too. You just got to know where to go. Everywhere ain't messed up.
That's what's
people still have a good time in Chicago. You got to know where to go.
That's what's up. So, hey, you stay safe out there, man, and I want you to plug in and everything you got coming up next. Let the people know where they can find you, what you got coming up. Let them know about all of that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you funny, man. let them know where they can follow you if they already not, man.
Okay, man, you can definitely follow me everywhere at Prince T Dub, PRINCETDUB. Be on the lookout for, like I said, the ebook that's coming out to help you help influencers of business, a brand. It's called Brandemic. So when you see something called Brandemic Marketing Course, you know that's what it is. The book is free. the comedy tour. You can definitely see all the dates at www.tntent.biz, B-I-Z. So you can see all the
Yes.
tour dates and that's about it, man.
All
That's what's
right,
up. That's
all right. We have really, really enjoyed you. Our we got so many people on our comments still going in asking questions, so we will have to let them ask you questions the next time you're on
Yeah, 'cause
Spotlight
our
Over the
producer
City.
rolling her hands.
Yeah,
up,
we
which
gotta
get
means
ready to get outta
she giving us to wrap it up. So that means we got to wrap it up. We got
I'll
the
be
next
back,
guest.
man. I'll be back.
We'll
Yeah,
let you
we
know.
definitely got to
All right,
get you
so
back
nice
on
talking to
here.
y'all.
We definitely got to
Most
get you back
definitely.
on here though,
All
bro.
right,
And
for sure.
make sure you keep us locked and loaded. What you doing? You know, just hit us up and say we doing this, so we can shout you out and plug it on the show.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well,
All right,
y'all
be
give
up,
it up
bro.
one
Let's
more
give it up
time
one more
for
time for
Prince
Prince D-Dub in the building.
Yes. All
Appreciate
right.
it. Appreciate it.
All
Thank you.
love.
Thank you.
Coming up after this next commercial break, we've got another comedian waiting for us, Jeff Shelley.
We got the homie all the way from Houston, Jeff
building.
Shelley. Let's go. Spotlight. We'll be right back.
Clear.